Hey everyone, Mohammed here. You're rocking that stock mouse that came with your PC, aren't you? Don't worry, we've all been there. But you know what? You deserve better. Your gameplay deserves better. That's why we're diving deep into the world of gaming mice in this video. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll be a mouse guru, ready to dominate the competition with the perfect weapon in hand. Are you on the hunt for the ultimate gaming mouse to elevate your gameplay? Look no further. Gearbyte presents the ultimate buyer's guide to help you choose the perfect gaming mouse tailored to your needs. Alright, first up, let's talk DPI. DPI stands for dots per inch, and it dictates how sensitive your mouse is. A higher DPI means even the tiniest hand movement sends your cursor flying across the screen, while a lower DPI means things are more controlled. Think of it like this. Low DPI is like driving a tank. Powerful, but not exactly built for quick turns. High DPI is like strapping a rocket to a go-kart. Insane speed and sensitivity. For most gamers, especially those who love their FPS and need that lightning-fast reaction time, a higher DPI is the way to go. We're talking anywhere from 1600 to 3200 DPI, or even higher for some of you absolute mad lads. But hold on, before you crank that DPI up to the moon, remember, higher isn't always better. If your mouse sensitivity is through the roof, you might find yourself overshooting targets or having trouble aiming precisely. It's all about finding that sweet spot. Lower DPI settings, say around 800 to 1200, are great for more precise movements like those needed in strategy games or graphic design. It's all about smooth, controlled movements, kind of like painting a masterpiece with your mouse. Most gaming mice these days come with DPI switching buttons, which is a godsend. This lets you adjust your sensitivity on the fly, depending on what you're playing or doing. Trust me, it's a game changer. Finding your perfect DPI isn't an exact science. It's all about personal preference and what feels best for you. Experiment with different settings, find what works for your grip style and game genre, and don't be afraid to tweak things as you go. Now that we've tackled DPI, let's get under the hood and talk about mouse sensors. This is the heart of your mouse, the thing that tracks its every movement, and there are two main types you'll come across: optical and laser. Optical sensors, they're like the trusty old pickup truck of the mouse world. They work by shining an LED light onto your mouse pad and taking rapid-fire snapshots to track movement. They're reliable, accurate, and generally more affordable. Laser sensors, on the other hand, are like the sports cars of the mouse world. They use, you guessed it, a laser to track movement. And they can offer higher DPI settings and work on a wider variety of surfaces, even that questionable glass desk you might have. So which one reigns supreme? Well, it's not that simple. Optical sensors used to have a bit of a bad rep for something called acceleration issues. Basically, the cursor wouldn't always move the same distance on your screen, even if you moved your mouse the same distance on your desk. Not ideal, right? But fear not, my friends, because optical sensor technology has come a long way. These days, most gaming mice rock optical sensors that are incredibly accurate and responsive, even at high DPI settings. Plus, they tend to have less jitter and smoothing issues than their laser counterparts. Laser sensors, while super sensitive and versatile, can sometimes be a bit too sensitive, picking up on tiny imperfections on your mouse pad and causing that dreaded cursor jitter. For most gamers, especially those who play on traditional mouse pads, I'd say optical sensors are the way to go. They offer a great balance of accuracy, speed, and affordability. But if you're a laser enthusiast, or you need a mouse that can handle a variety of surfaces, then hey, a laser mouse might be right up your alley. Let's talk comfort, because nobody wants to be stuck with a mouse that feels like they're gripping a potato. We're talking about those marathon gaming sessions, the ones where you emerge victorious, but your hand feels like it went through a meat grinder. Ergonomics, my friends, it's not just some fancy buzzword. A comfortable mouse can make a world of difference, especially if you're gaming or working for long periods. First up, we've got size and shape. Mice come in all shapes and sizes, from those sleek, low-profile designs to those chunky, ergonomic beasts that look like they're about to transform and fight Megatron. The key here is to find a mouse that fits your hand size and grip style. If you've got smaller hands, a larger mouse might feel like you're trying to palm a basketball, not exactly ideal for those clutch plays. Grip style is another big one. Do you prefer a palm grip where your entire hand rests on the mouse? Or maybe you're a claw gripper with your fingertips arched and your palm barely touching the mouse? There's no right or wrong answer here, but different mice are designed with specific grip styles in mind. Some mice have those ergonomic curves and contours that perfectly cradle your palm, while others have a more neutral shape that caters to a variety of grip styles. And don't forget about weight. Some gamers swear by those lightweight mice that practically glide across their mousepad, while others prefer a bit more heft and stability. The good news is that many gaming mice these days come with adjustable weights. So, you can fine-tune the weight distribution to your liking, kind of like adding those little weights to your golf club. Bottom line, when it comes to ergonomics, it's all about finding what feels right for you. Let's talk buttons, because what's a gaming mouse without a few extra buttons to give you that competitive edge? We're talking about those strategically placed, highly satisfying buttons that can be programmed to do all sorts of cool things. Now, I'm not saying you need a mouse with more buttons than a TV remote, but having a few well-placed, customizable buttons can make a world of difference, especially in games where every millisecond counts. Imagine this. You're in the middle of a heated firefight, bullets are flying and you need to reload. But instead of fumbling for that pesky R key, you simply hit a button on your mouse and bam, you're back in the action. That's the power of customizable buttons, my friends. You can program them to perform specific in-game actions like reloading, switching weapons, or even executing complex macros. Macros, in case you're not familiar, are basically a series of keystrokes or mouse clicks that are recorded and then played back with a single button press. They're incredibly useful for automating repetitive tasks or pulling off those lightning-fast combos that would make your opponents weep with envy. Many gaming mice also come with software that lets you tweak DPI settings, adjust lighting effects, and even create different profiles for different games or applications. So, whether you're a hardcore gamer who needs every advantage they can get, or you just want a mouse that can keep up with your workflow, customizable buttons are definitely something to consider. Just remember, with great power comes great responsibility. So there you have it, folks. Your crash course in all things gaming mice. We've covered DPI, sensors, ergonomics, and button customization. Basically, everything you need to know to choose the perfect weapon for your next gaming marathon. Remember, finding the right mouse is a personal journey. What works for one gamer might not work for another. So don't be afraid to experiment, try out different options, and most importantly, have fun with it. Now go forth and conquer the digital battlefield, my friends. Subscribe to GearByte for more tech reviews, buyer's guides, and gaming tips.